One Beer Frenzy. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Proof, if proof were needed, that Harry's wife is just completely wild. It's Harry's birthday, and I explained that there was the possibility that he would escape devaluation because of the needs of the facade. If they were back in the United States, unless there was some obvious advantage to be achieved by going out and showing the world that they were going out, it would likely be the case that Harry would experience a devalued birthday because he's in the sustained devaluation. Somewhat fortunately for him, his birthday coincides with him being at the Invictus Games and also Harry's wife attending those games to make them the Harry's wife's games. We've seen that in respect of the number of costume changes that she is engaged in, ensuring that attention is drawn onto her and away from the athletes who it ought to be all about. We've seen her attempts to chase the camera, always managing to find the centre of the lens as she plays up to it, craving the desire for control and fuel subconsciously. Once again, Harry's birthday is utilised by the narcissist to secure the prime aims, but she does so in a benign fashion. As per the Mail, Harry's tip-top birthday bash. The Sussexes celebrate the Duke's 39th at a brewery bar in Dusseldorf, where the Prince drank 6 small beers, while Harry's wife had 1. She's just so fucking mental, isn't she? Prince Harry turns 39 today and parted, if you can call it that, with Harry's wife in a traditional German bar last night, where he washed down bratwurst sausage and Wiener Schnitzel with 6 beers. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex enjoyed a night out in Dusseldorf with friends as the Invictus Games draws to a close. Bar staff said the royals were lovely and left a big tip. Now, the part of being lovely is her facade management, because we know that as a consequence of the absence of emotional empathy, she doesn't actually have loveliness as an intrinsic part of who she is. She just emulates it. With regard to the big tip, it's possible that Harry provided that, or if Harry's wife did, that's bribery, because again, it's not done out of genuine thanks, it's done to make her look good. I cannot emphasize enough for you to understand that when it comes to the narcissist that is Harry's wife, and like any other narcissist, everything that she does with another human being or in contemplation of an interaction with another human being is all about the prime aims. For the majority of narcissists, it's subconscious, so they don't think to themselves, I'm going to leave a big tip because that will enable me to assert control and draw fuel, etc. It simply means that the unaware narcissist thinks, I'll leave a big tip, that's a fair thing to do. But that's all that their narcissism is making them think. Why they're really doing it is, of course, to lay their hands on the prime aims. Apparently, they enjoyed plates piled high with red cabbage and mashed potato. I bet Harry's wife barely ate any of it. Why? Probably because she doesn't enjoy that type of food, and likely she's taking some form of appetite suppressant at the current time. Harry celebrated with 6 half pints. Half pints? When did they do anybody any fucking good? Drink pints, man. Have 3 pints rather than 6 half pints. His wife stuck to just 1 small drink. Now, apparently, Harry's wife does like the old Vino Collapso behind the scenes, but once again, this is facade management, being seen not to drink a lot. Diners at the Im Goldenen Kessel restaurant and bar were asked not to take pictures, nullification of threat to control, but said they saw the prince laughing and joking as the food arrived at his table. Now, why is it that Harry's wife, so keen ordinarily to be filmed with a wasp up her arse at a Beyoncé concert, or driving through a burger joint to get some burgers, even though apparently she's a healthy eater, all of a sudden then says no pictures? Well, it might be that Harry has issued that, wanting some privacy for his birthday. Or, more likely, Harry's wife decides nobody's taking pictures of me when I'm eating. Instead, what I'll do is ensure that there are staged photos. So it relates to this issue of control. Harry's wife loves to be photographed where she knows she's being photographed. And there'll be another video about that in a moment. So where she is organised with Backgrid for her to be gurning at the payment window at In-N-Out Burger, or where she is seen with an anti-stress patch on her left wrist, or that she's seen going for a hike down the middle of the street, she allows that to happen because she orchestrated it. She made the decision, therefore she has the control. But random pictures taken of her without her approval are a threat to her control, and in the circumstances something that she'd nullify. And therefore, because she wasn't able to organise pap photos inside this restaurant, it's determined that no, you're not allowed to take photographs, but we will allow a posed photograph, which she did later on, posing with the owner of the restaurant, Thea Ungerman, and head waiter Frank Vackers, who has worked at the restaurant for 38 years. And there's a picture of a group of them. Ordinarily, I would show the picture, but working arrangements prevents me from doing so. And it shows Harry gripping the hand of, I think, the waiter gentleman, some other people in on the picture, no idea who they are, and Harry's wife wearing the old skinny white jeans again. She's really plugging that, and a deck chair top. She's gurning away, richest grin in place. But this photograph has been allowed because it fits with the necessity of asserting control. And that's an important difference that exists. The Mail then shows us lots of pictures of the interior of the restaurant. Ms. Ungerman told Mail Online, Harry was a lovely man and was having a very jolly time. Harry's wife was lovely. Be under no illusion, this is the facade management in operation. Harry's wife stuck with the white skinny jeans she wore to watch the volleyball match yesterday. She paired it with a red and white pinstripe shirt and nude ballet pumps. Meanwhile, Harry wore dark jeans and a grey top. During his meal, Harry was presented with a birthday cake by staff at the restaurant based in Dusseldorf's Old Town. He and his party took up 2 tables at the restaurant, which is part of the Schumacher Brewery, and were served their food and beer by Mr. Vackers. Mr. Vackers told Mail Online that Harry had 6 small beers, about half a pint rather than the litre-sized beers most German breweries serve. It's a bit crap, Harry. He said the group was served Wiener Schnitzel, pork knuckle, sausage and plates of roast and mashed potato. Yum yum, indeed, but I bet Harry's wife barely ate any. Mr. Vackers said, they were very happy. He is a lovely man, and they were so nice. He also joked that Harry's bodyguard asked what the beer was like. He said that he would kill me if the beer was bad, but I know he was joking. Anyway, I have means of making him talk. Aides and staff sang Happy Birthday as the restaurant presented Harry with a white chocolate cake. Now, during the singing of Happy Birthday, that would have wounded Harry's wife because it's being directed at her husband and the fuel is flowing towards him. However, her facade management would have been working hard to ensure that she didn't shriek, "Where's my birthday cake, Harry?" and putting her fist into the middle of the chocolate cake. That, of course, would cause her to lose control of the non-intimate secondary sources around the table, and therefore she probably clapped like a demented seal and leant her head on Harry's shoulder, thus hijacking his birthday to make herself a part of it and make it look like she's a caring wife. The facade management held good. You are, of course, aware on other occasions where it hasn't, and we had a recent example of that only yesterday, where somebody was speaking to Harry and we saw how her facade management slipped for a moment. I will be analysing that. in greater detail once working arrangements allow me to do so. I have put the video up so that you can see it, but I'm going to break it down for you along with the other videos which show some excellent aspects of the narcissistic dynamic. So that's something for you to look forward to. The birthday passes without incident because her facade management ensures that it does. He is treated in a benign fashion because he's given a respite period as a consequence of the need to portray to the outside world that all is well. However, understand her conduct and behaviour isn't natural. It's being manufactured by her narcissism to ensure that she draws, fuel and controls people through this facade. And Harry gets a pleasant birthday simply as a consequence of the fact that there were other people watching. The Mail continues by explaining, they did not dine in a private space, Harry's wife wanting to be seen, and were in joyful spirits, toasting and laughing with the team. After dinner, the group headed back to the hotel to sing Happy Birthday and eat cake just shy of midnight. The owner of the restaurant said Harry picked up the bill and left a big tip for the staff. So it was his generosity that was being exhibited there, as opposed to the bribery of Harry's wife. Once again, she attends and isn't there to have a wild time because she's being observed. Now, some people would think, well, she's being sensible, not getting arseholed in front of other people, but it is all part of the necessity of the assertion of control. And all that happens is that she has that one beer because she wants to maintain that control in front of everybody else. And as we know, she's not especially exciting. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.